He's saying that you need to deal with the pressure. But would you say it's not an advantage? It's more of a disadvantage than an advantage?
Let me put it one simple thing. When you said the lift open, the door open, the bearer come for a cup of tea, he's going to... As long as he's wishing good for you, there's no problem. It's upset you, somebody make a remark like that, which can carry on, you can take into the bed also, that's hurt you. Because all the people going to love them and they are going to say positive thing, not negative thing, unless you lose.
Do they ever say negative things? I'm curious about this, Saurav. If you've just lost a big match and the driver or the lift wala says, "Kya hara diya dada?" Do they ever do that?
Yeah, they do.
That's what the lady asked for. The question was like that.
For the drivers, I think what really gets to players is the press conferences and the news channels, the questions they ask as well. So it's not so much the driver, it comes out of innocence, but sometimes, educated people as well, make life difficult for.
Yeah, you just got to deal with it.
Yeah.
People will ask you questions. You lose a World Cup game. I believe when they lost in '96, there was nobody to push their trolley through to the airport into a check-in counter. You just got to deal with it. It's life. Just deal with it. You get the wishes. You get the brickbats. Pack your bags and go home.
That's why more than that, they love us more than they really go negative on us or on the cricketer. I mean, they admire Sachin or Dhoni or Yuvraj. I think far more greater and odd when you're not playing well. Their emotion really come forward, but that's not remaining there. It's temporary.
That's why they say that it's the toughest job in the country to be captain of India, and being in the playing 11 is like being in the union cabinet. Nobody tells Sharad Pawar what he should do on agriculture every day, but everybody has an opinion on who should bat, who should bowl, who should field. Let's take some more questions from our audiences.
Hi sir, I just want to ask, from which bowler we can expect large number of wickets?
All of them.
All of them?
No, but that's a fair concern, because unlike, say, a Morne Morkel or a Dale Steyn, or unlike Shane Warne in the past, who's the one bowler who, according to you, can rip through an innings or win the match for India on the basis of his bowling ability?
You will not get in 50-over cricket that one particular bowler rips through the innings every time, every game. It has to be a collective effort, and Dhoni and Indian bowlers will have to make sure that all 5 or 6, whoever they use, bowl well, and bowl well in situations which is most important. And I think that's going to make a difference, because in 50-over cricket you will very rarely see somebody picking a 6-for. It can happen one in 20 games, 1 in 25 games, because you just only bowl 10 overs. It's not test cricket. So they have to bowl well collectively.
But is that a concern, Sanjay? The fact that unlike a Lasith Malinga, unlike Brett Lee's done well recently, we don't have that one guy, Dale Steyn, Morne Morkel, who can go out and, who we saw when Raina was playing against Morne Morkel, he was visibly scared. We don't have that sort of a bowler who induces fear in the opposition.
Yeah, I mean, no team...
Smith.
Sorry? Zahir can't.
I said Smith. I think they are scared. Zahir can destroy so many
no team is perfect. India's strength is elsewhere, and it's not a major weakness this time. I think that is where the overall strength comes. I think our bowling attack is substantial. You can't compare our attack with, say, the same attack of South Africa, who have 2 bowlers that you mentioned. But we've got strengths in the other departments. So if you're going to address only concerns, yes, there are a few, but the strengths, I think, completely outweigh the weaknesses.
Okay, we've done a detailed SWOT analysis of the Indian cricket team. I now want to look at the opponents. And let's begin with you, Saurav. So, we saw earlier in the Ashes, Australia lost. People thought this time it can't be a 4th successive victory for them. But they've come back strongly in the one-day series. How strong are the Aussies? Can they win a 4th cup? And what do you think of the other opposition?
They are pretty strong, I feel. They have a very good bowling attack, with Sean Tate, Brett Lee, Mitchell Johnson, and obviously Shane Watson is the other seamer. They have a decent bowling attack, and any side which has a good bowling attack will be dangerous in any format of the game. So Australia is one. South Africa looks pretty balanced. Morkel and Steyn, Kallis coming back. They look pretty brittle in South Africa because of Jack Kallis. He bats at number 4, Botha coming at 7. And in any side is a bit too high for him. So they will be a tough side to beat. And Pakistan, they're always the odd side, or they're inconsistent. You never know what's going to be up next morning for them. But they have the side. They have the bowling, they have the fast bowling, they have the spinners, and they have dangerous batsmen.
And there is chaos in Pakistan, which means the Pakistan cricket team is going to be dangerous.
And they could also end up fighting with each other, given the fight that we've seen about who the captain will be. But Sanjay, who according to you are India's principal opponents in this cup?